Hi, this is Burr Stewart, and join me now for a somewhat frenetic but oddly satisfying quick video of some of the goings-on this week on the Burlington Northern Model Railroad, set in 1973 in the Seattle region. Today we have a variety of marvelous and strange events that took place, and I'll just show you the highlights. You'll probably notice a number of things that are somewhat remnants from my recent videos in my operations series. Today's video is more just a summary of the week's activities. We started off by admiring another set of Brian Elchlepp's beautifully detailed BN diesels while being interrupted by one of Robin's British 00 scale passenger trains. You really have to admire these diesels. Jeep 9, a couple of Jeep 9s, and that F unit 738. Very nice. That's so beautiful, I'm going to let you look at it again. The bright headlight, weathering, very detailed weathering, but not too much. Just love it. We were so busy we didn't have time to run those engines, but at least you could look at them. Meanwhile, of course, a British steamer that Robin had just acquired was making laps with some of his British 00 gauge scale, whatever you want to call it, passenger trains. Did you see the firebox in there?
Pretty cool, isn't it? It only works when you turn on.
The most amazing thing was this, the firebox.
Look at that firebox.
Look at that.
So cool.
Fire keeping the boiler hot as it arrives from Vancouver now to Seattle, having ridden all the way across the Arctic Circle. I don't know how it did that, but we enjoyed it here. This is the Interbay yard in Seattle. Meanwhile, another friend was trying out this Alco C-636 that I just can't stop admiring. I think he might have brought it over. This was his engine, but I don't care whose engine it was. This is just a great engine. Now, in our last video, you saw a bunch of switching for the Milwaukee. That was part 65 in the operations series. We needed to clear out the Argo yard so that we could do some ballasting, and I was just amazed that this Rapido switcher, which has quite a bit of weight to it, was able to pull the entire cut of cars out of Argo. Very impressive. This allowed us to spend some time ballasting the tracks, which, as you know, if you watched the Part 65 video, I commented on we needed to do. So now we're doing it. This is one of those ballast spreaders that you can now purchase from Micromark. It makes the job go pretty quick. We did a little switching with this SW15, but I screwed up the video. And then I walked over to see the next excitement, which was the new Rapido U25B, which had arrived from the shops in Canada. Very beautiful locomotive. Dave was running that around the layout just to make sure it ran well, but it did run well. It looks great, and it will soon be featured in yet another roster here. I had some concerns about whether the color of the paint was right, so I put it up against some of the other simplified scheme diesels in the roster. You can see it on the left there. It's a little darker than the others, but maybe that just means it was more recently painted. We'll see. And finally, we had brought a train down from Bellingham with some F units on the lead. Probably means it was coming from Sumas, for those of you that know what that means. The old NP line. And I really couldn't resist ending the video with another F unit shot. I had to reposition the camera because I kind of blew it. There we go. Honk. Nice. Well, that gives you an idea of what's been going on here. Oh, and for one last treat, I just wanted to resolve the fact that we do use the onions. So I grabbed the onion and took it upstairs and started cutting it. Well, now that the ballasting is done, we can put away the cars with that switcher. Isn't that impressive? Well, that's all for today. I hope you noticed some of the things from the recent videos showing up again here today as we continue to make progress on the Burlington Northern Model Railroad layout in Seattle, Washington. For now, this is Burr Stewart, wishing you much fun with trains.